Graphs are an excellent way of describing motion. So I'm going to present a few different graphs describing going out on a date, or asking someone out on a date. Okay? I'm going to draw 3 different graphs, and I want you to think about what the scenario is. We're going to establish that our 0 coordinate will be where you're at, and then a certain position will be where your friend's apartment is, the doorstep of their apartment. Okay, so for example, let me draw a first position versus time graph. So x equals 0, so at the bottom of this axis, that's going to be your apartment. And this mark right here will be the doorstep of the apartment of the person you're trying to ask out on a date. Okay, so in the first case, we've got this. Okay. Second case. And the third case. Okay, so those are cases. I was being very careful on how to draw those. I was in my mind thinking of the scenario as I drew those lines. Okay, so let's think about what happened. So the first one, is this a confident dater or not? Well, it took them a little bit of time to get off the couch and actually start walking towards the apartment. So a straight line here at x equals 0 meant that they didn't move for a certain time. So they didn't move. But then once they made that decision, they boldly walked and got to the doorstep. That line's supposed to be at the line of the doorstep. And they didn't move for a little while. And then they came running home. So they got to the doorstep and waited a long time. So either no one was home and then they got discouraged and decided to go for a jog and run back home, or maybe they just couldn't get themselves to actually knock on the door and then finally like, I got to get out of here, and ran home. Okay, but they didn't get the date. All right, now this one, we've got a person who right away starts walking at a nice comfortable pace. So they're increasing their position as time increases. Not as fast as this one was. This one over a short time went a far distance. This one took a longer time, so it wasn't going as fast. Got to the doorstep, waited a short time, and then went a little further, went into the apartment, and then sat on the couch and probably started talking about their favorite laws of physics and solving some problems for fun. Right? That's what we all do. Okay, so they got the date. They got the date. And those dotted lines being lasted a long time, well into the night. It was an enjoyable date. Okay, then this one, we have a person who is a little reluctant, but finally gets out, walks fairly slowly, kind of a shallow line, stops for a bit, says, no, I'm going to go back home. No, I got to do this. And a little more confidently, there's a steeper slope here, they're moving a little bit faster. Oh, but pauses again, stops for a second, like, no, I got to do this. I got to do this. So they walk fast again, get to a spot almost to the doorstep, maybe to the dorm, stops for a bit, like, nah, I can't do this, and runs home. So they couldn't make it. So this one had the date, had a good time. That's a confident graph there. Okay. So each of these graphs are able to describe all sorts of types of motion. We can talk about how far someone is going in time and the rate at which they are. That's the slope of these lines. This person went fast. This person went slower. This person went a little bit slower, but then later faster, and then really fast coming home. Okay, so all these things help us describe that motion.